Welcome guys, gals, and pals. My name is Brooke, and this is Brooke Beams Big, where I share my expressions of joy. Today, I am so excited to be announcing 2 fall/Halloween video series that will be taking place on my channel in October. Now, I am not a horror person, I am not a spooky person, I'm not a mystery person, I'm not a thriller person, but I am a seasonal bitch, so we're leaning in. I got very inspired by Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin's 9 vlogs of Halloween, and I just started brainstorming ideas, and now I've got 2 series of 5 videos each to share with you. The first one is Scary Saturdays, and as the name suggests, it will be on Saturdays, starting this upcoming Saturday, September 30th, through the last Saturday of October. For the first video, I will be reading the Scary Stories for Young Foxes series by Christian McKay Heidecker. I have been wanting to read this during a Halloween time for years, since it came out. So long that there are now 2 of these books. I think I even started this one year and read like the first story and then just never came back to it. Not because it wasn't good, just because I ran out of time. I'm hyped to finally be getting to these this year. Foxes are my favorite animals, and I love middle grade, so I think this is gonna be a spooky fun time. Then I am going to be reading the entirety of the Over the Garden Wall comics. If you don't know, Over the Garden Wall is an animated mini-series about 2 brothers who get lost in a fantastical wood and have to find their way back home. It is great, I love it, and I'm so excited to get to check out this abundance of comic books based in the same world with the same characters. The third Scary Saturdays video will revolve around the 3 horror movies directed by Jordan Peele, which are Get Out, Us, and Nope. As I said before, I'm not a horror person, so I don't watch a lot of scary movies, but these are some that I am interested in, and I want to finally get to checking them out. Jordan Peele has also recently edited a collection of horror short stories called Out There Screaming that comes out October 3rd, and I'm hoping to also be reading that in this video. Then I will be reading Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth. This is a classic Batman graphic novel with some seriously unique and trippy art. I believe the storyline is something about Batman getting trapped in Arkham Asylum with all of his rogues and having to navigate that situation and escape. I am particularly interested in reading this October because Batman City of Madness #1 by Christian Ward is coming out. I love Christian Ward's art, and this is the first comic that he has both written and illustrated, and he has said that it is a spiritual sequel to Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth, so I would like to read it and then the new comic book issue. Also, the Batman Arkham games are inspired by this comic, and Harley Quinn is included in those games, so it is my goal to play all of them. I have played through Batman Arkham Asylum before, but I have been stuck on Batman Arkham City for a long time, and by stuck, I don't mean I can't figure out how to play, I mean that I find it overwhelming. And the games are actually coming out on Switch this October, and I thought being able to play the game on a handheld system would help solve that overwhelming feeling for me. So I am also going to be attempting with you all again to play Batman Arkham City. Then finally, for Scary Saturdays, I will be doing a vlog on Halloween animated movies where I watch 6 different Halloween animated movies and rank them with you. These movies are going to be Coraline, Paranorman, Wendell and Wild, Frankenweenie, Corpse Bride, and of course A Nightmare Before Christmas. I also plan to read Coraline by Neil Gaiman, which the movie is based off of, just because I never have and I thought it would be fun to include. Then my second series will be taking place on Tuesdays leading up to Halloween, which is on Tuesday this year, and it is going to be the Sapphic Spooktacular. For the first Spooktacular video, we are going to have a Harlivy Halloween together by reading the recent Night Terrors saga. That would be Night Terrors First Blood #1, which kicked off the entire event this past summer. Then we're gonna have Night Terrors Harley Quinn #1 and #2. And then it's gonna be Night Terrors Poison Ivy #1 and Night Terrors Poison Ivy #2. I am particularly excited about this video because I plan to do a lot of videos on Harley Quinn in the future, and this is just gonna be the premiere of that. For the second video, I will be reading You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Bayron. This is her newest release. I haven't read anything from her before, although I do own her debut and am still highly anticipating reading it. This book, I feel, is a little bit more for the horror girlies, the girlies who are into Scream and Friday the 13th and Halloween and those sorts of franchises, again, which I'm not. But I still think it's gonna be a great time for me this Halloween season, and I may even do an all-nighter to read this or do a just reading at night kind of thing. Then I will be doing a read with me for Nona the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. This is the third book in the Locked Tomb series, which is very popular with the queer ladies, including myself. I have had this for a year. I plan to read it last Halloween season because it has a very spooky vibe, but due to extenuating circumstances called Hurricane Ian, I did not do a lot of reading last fall. So I'm very excited to finally be getting to it, especially because I think the fourth and final book is coming out this January. So I'm gonna be prepared, y'all. For the fourth video, I will be doing another all-nighter, only reading at night sort of thing for Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Power. I have read Wilder Girls before and I really enjoyed it. I know it was kind of a mixed bag for some people. I describe Rory Power's horror books like if a B-level horror sci-fi movie was a beautifully written novel for teens. And if that's not for you, that's not for you, but it's totally for me, y'all. It's totally for me, and I am very excited to finally get to this. It has a little bit of a Children of the Corn vibe, so pretty spooky. And lastly, the video that will be premiering on Halloween, that will be The Feather in my sapphic spooktacular can't talk. And finally, the video that will be premiering on Halloween, that will be The Feather in my sapphic spooktacular cap, is queer werewolf graphic novels. And as my best friend said when I sent her my brainstorming list, I have never heard a thing that is more you. Because, as you will be learning, werewolves are my favorite paranormal horror kind of creature. So I will be reading Artie and the Wolf Moon by Olivia Stevens, Squad by Maggie Takuda Hall and Lisa Sturl. I will be rereading Mooncakes by Wendy Zhu and Suzanne Walker. This was the impetus for this whole video idea because I wanted to reread Mooncake, but I originally felt like it wasn't enough for a video on its own, and then I just started coming up with related things, and this is where we're at now, and I am not mad about it. And then I will be finishing the vlog off with Moonstruck volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is my favorite indie comic ever, at least so far. And I still haven't read volume 3, so we are gonna be rereading the first 2 volumes together and then experiencing this for the first time, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is gonna be a lot of work, both to read and to film, but particularly the editing. Editing takes me a long time. So I have high hopes. These are my highest hopes, and I will do my best to achieve them, but there may be a chance that 1 or 2 of these don't come to fruition, at least this year. I'm just gonna put that disclaimer here because I currently have 3 videos a week planned for October. 3. And I'm supposed to be planning a novel for NaNoWriMo. So we will see what comes of it. I hope I get to all this, and I hope you come along for the ride with me. Until then, thanks for joining me on this journey. Like this video if I made you smile, and if you're up to it, comment something that made you happy today, yesterday, or even just this week. I would love to celebrate it with you. That's the end, friends. Sending you off with love. Goodbye!